Well, everything has been fine. We've enjoyed our trip. The only thing that I have to complain about is I haven't seen very much of Marilyn. She is making a trip to Korea, touring through the camps, and so maybe after that way we'll be able to spend a little time together.
Welcome back to Scale Model Kit Review Studio, and welcome back to another model kit review. This time it is the X Plus model kit. This is the 1/8 scale Marilyn Monroe, and it says it's from the USO tour from 1954, and we'll talk a little more about that later here. If you've done any research on this, you'll know what really went on there, but this is the box art there. Officially licensed by the Marilyn Monroe estate. And as you can see here, kit number 411, 2002, 45 TP. And like I was saying, before we move on here, just a little brief history on this event that took place with Marilyn back in 1954. So after she was married to Joe DiMaggio, they decided to do a honeymoon over in Japan, and Joe DiMaggio did his thing with baseball over there, and she decided to contact a few of the military folks and put on some shows in South Korea. The armistice just happened a year before, so she went over to visit all the troops, and she performed about 10 shows over there. And they say it was part of the USO, but it really wasn't. She coordinated all this with some of the leadership of the military and did the show. So the USO does take credit for this, even though it was all done by her, really. And it's fantastic here. There's some black and white footage out there, some wonderful color photographs from the day and all that show this. This is the first time a model kit has been available in 1/8 scale, full figure of Marilyn Monroe. There's been other kits out there, 1/16 scale full figure kit and a 1/10 scale bust, and those are fantastic too in their own right. But let's go ahead and look inside the box here and see how this is packaged up and what we actually get in the kit. So we have flesh tone colored plastic. Here's the first one, and part of the base is next here with some of the parts of her arms and such, and the nameplate. Once again, fantastic there how this all fits in there. You can use this review on putting your parts back in the box if you went and inspected yours and want to put it back on the shelf for later building. This will show you how to do that, and the box should close back up. And here's some clear parts. And once again, Aurora style instructions. So let's have a look at these first. And here are the instructions. Just like all the other X Plus kits, it's a fold out type instruction, front and back here. So you can see right away we start off with 6 figures on how to assemble her. And we'll go ahead and get a closer look at this here in a second. Flip it over, see what we have on the back side. And they give us some pro tips on how to paint the eyes. You can use decals for that if you like. I'll recommend some fantastic decals for this. Evolution X decals. I'll put a link in the description below. His decals for the eyes are lifelike, and they go down very well, and they are fantastic. So I highly recommend Evolution X decals for the eyes. And you can see here we have a red Sonia that's going to be coming out here soon. Probably we won't see this until next year in 2025. But you can see a painting chart here of the colors that are used for her. get a closer view. Here you go, figure 1. Test fit parts before gluing, of course. Figure 2. Figure 3. And figure 4. And of course the base stairway from the airplane. And of course what she looks like there. And the other side of the instructions. And of course the other side there, front and back. Alright, let's go look at the parts. The first bag contained 2 trees, and all the trees are flesh tone except for the clear trees. And this is her jacket. The B-15C flight jacket, the dark blue jacket with the fur on top. And she was actually given a couple different types of jackets during the tour. One that had patches on it and one that did not have patches on it. I'll show some photographs here real quick. But this is very nice. The sprue attachment points are fine in detail. They were not undergated, which is great here. I'm glad X Plus model kit did away with the undergating on their kits. It was a little annoying working with those, but there you go. And close up of the pockets for the pencils, the zipper up there, and the elastic cuff on the bottom. You can see the plastic is a little, you can see right through it. It's a little thin right there, so you want to be careful with that. That's kind of surprising to me. The other side of the arm. Very detailed seam, natural seam there, so you're going to want to fill the seams. They give us those in plastic. And the fur. And the bottom part of the jacket. And the back side. And you can see how everything's attached. And the other tree, this is her upper torso and boots. Very nice there. And these are the combat style boots. They are the tan colored boot by what I see in some of the color photos. Laces look very good. So, you know, wow. They split the boot up into lots of parts there. About 6 different pieces. And here's the front of her shirt with the buttons and the back. Once again, the plastic looks a little thin in the middle there. You can kind of see the blue coming through. And there's the toes for the boots. And the next bag contained 3 trees. This time we have the jacket once again, the large portions of the B-15C jacket. Very nice, what I can see there. Well detailed, zipper detail and everything on that. And the back side. And looking at the side, you can see the zip-up pocket in the middle there. Typical flight jacket for back in the day. Collar for her shirt and the jacket. The other side of the jacket, very nicely detailed. And of course, part of her arm. The next tree contains her hair, and once again part of her shirt, the side of her body and arms. Slide molding technology was used for this, as you can see there. Interesting that they had to use it for this. Very detailed hair, her arms, and the nameplate. Marilyn Monroe, USO Tour, 1954. The backside. And there's your nameplate. And details for the arm. More detail for the shirt, the side there. Hair. Again, the hair. And the last tree for this bag are the steps. And you can see they are nicely molded there. You can see the detail of them. There's the back side. This is where they give us the details on the company, ABGEMM LLC. So that's just a copyright notice. Next we have a large bag that contained 2 trees, and this contains the parts for the base, which is your stairs, the bracketry, and the bars for the stairs. Very nice there. And these are her boots, the top of the boots with the buckles. They're in 2 halves, and you can see the buckles there that are installed separately. Gives it nice detail. And here's the other tree that's in the bag. These are her legs. Once again, slide molding was used on this on both sides to give us more crisp detail for the buttons that are on her uniform or on her pants. There's the back side. And close up here. And you can see doing a slide molding makes everything more crisper on the side. And that's why you have that like that. So we have that going on there. Natural seams, creases, backside. Very nice. The front. All right, again, this is the back. The other ones were the front. Yep, there we go. Single bag of clear parts, and these are the supports for the stairs on the sides. The stairs did not have sides to them, so they molded it in clear to give it extra strength and support for those framed stairs that she was coming down off the airplane. And the last bag contained 2 trees. Once again, more of her jacket. This is her other arm. And more parts of the jacket on the left here. And you can see the detail of the jacket. Very nice. And the last tree, which contains her head and hands. Once again, slide molding being used here for the hands and hair. Got that there. Her hands, very nice. Back side of her head, and of course front side of her head. Her mouth is open, big smile. We'll look at that. So you can see here her mouth is three-dimensional. Here you got the tongue on this side and the upper jaw. So that's very interesting how that inserts into the back of her head. Right there. Interesting. Close-up view of her jaw, her teeth, the other side. Interesting. And there you go. That was a detailed open box review of the 1/8 scale Marilyn Monroe by X Plus model kit. Fantastic to have her in full figure form. First time in injected molded plastic, and she's fantastic. Represents the 1954 USO tour. And there you go. So if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel and smash that like button. Until the next review, happy modeling, everybody.